So today we are going to take question and answer for interview for Adnoc project. So for this is day one. So what is the HSC plan? If we have to answer like this, it is a systematic procedure which describes how to carry out a work in a safe way by protecting health, safety, and environment. So if anyone asks, you have to tell HSC plan. So you have to keep in mind that it is a systematic procedure which describe how to carry out a work in a safe way by protecting health, safety, and environment. Health of a person, safety, and environment. So you have to tell in short. And if in what is the next question, HSC plan contents. So in HSC plan contents, uh, project title, index, introduction, scope of work. So this is the first thing we have to tell. Project, what is the how to make HSC plan content. These are the 10 contents, and you can take the um, reference, and you can tell the you means then you are able to tell to interviewer. First thing is project title, another is index, introduction, scope of work. So and second one is organization chart. So if you are preparing this HSC plan contents, this is the main first thing is this. Another is organization chart. What is the organization chart, what your company is doing, and how means you have to mention organization chart. And third is rules and responsibilities. What are the rules and responsibilities in in your companies. So fourth one is leadership and commitment of your company, and then HSC policy and strategic objectives, then organization, resources and competence, risk evolution and management, planning standard and procedure, then implementing and monitoring, then last one is audit and management review. So these are all the 10 points you have to mention in HSC plan contents. First for I will tell. First one is project title, index, introduction, scope of work. Another is organization chart and rules and responsibility, leadership and commitment, HSC policy and strategic objectives, organization, resources and competence, risk evolution and management, planning standard and procedures, implementation and monitoring, audit and management review. So these are all the points. Then what is safety. So we have to tell is freedom from unacceptable risks of harm. Safety is the state where the risk has been eliminated or reduced to an acceptable level. So we have to tell like this: is the freedom from unacceptable risks of harm. Means there is no means there is no incident accident. So it is the freedom from unacceptable risks of harm. Safety is the state where the risk has been eliminated or reduced to an acceptable level. So this is the safety definition. So now we are seeing what is why permit is required. So in your workplace, why permit is required. So we have to tell because it is a part of a safe system of work and makes us ensure that all the potential hazards are identified and control measures have been put in place. So we have to tell this normally. If anyone ask why permit is required, we have to tell because it is a part of a safe system of work and makes us ensure that all the potential hazards are identified and control measures have been put in place. So this is we can say to interviewer, what is WMS framework. Work management framework. See, work management system framework. So what is work management system framework? A safety tool to ensure that the work is properly controlled, coordinated, and communicated. So this is the first point we can say. What is work management system? Work management system framework, a safety tool to ensure that the work is properly controlled, coordinated, and communicated. First thing is this. Another one is general work permit required JSA level 1, critical work permit required JSA level 2, and formal risk assessment may replace JSA level 2. So we have to add this. Formal risk assessment may replace JSA level 2. So if they ask, we have to add this also. There are five pillars foundation or standards of WMS. So what are these WMS framework? First is this. See, there is five. First one is permit system, second one is JSA and FRA, and third one is energy isolation, fourth one is temporary defect, and fifth one is SIMOPS operations. We will later see all these points in the coming video. The in the integrated work activities plan, IWAP. This is the full form of IWAP, the integrated work activity plan. First one is asset owner or representative, second one is PTW coordinator, third one is planning representative, and fourth one is performing discipline. This is the integrated work activity plan. So we have to tell point by point, like first one is asset owner or representative, another is permit to work PTW coordinator, planning representative, and performing discipline. So no permit required. Where there is no permit is required at your workplace, you have to add which activities: routine activities including maintenance, another is low risk in nature, single discipline trade, fourth one is complete in less than a shift, and fifth one is no impact on operation. So these activities means there is no permit required. Now we will discuss about this also. What is work management system? A work management system framework work in HSMS is structured approach to manage work activities safely and efficiently. It involves planning work, identifying hazard, assessing risks, and implementing control, and monitoring, reviewing work. So already this is the short definition you can tell for WMS framework: a safety tool to ensure that the work is properly controlled, coordinated, and communicated. Very easy, we can tell easily. If anyone asks, you can tell a safety tool to ensure that the work is properly controlled, coordinated, and communicated. So there are five pillars of WMS: permit to work system, JSAFRA, energy isolation, temporary defect, and SIMOPS operation. So these are all the small points. So now we are going to see what is element of HSCMS. The full form of HSCMS is health safety environment management system. So what are the element? First element is leadership. Leadership and employees participation. Another is planning. Third one is support. Fourth one is operation. Fifth one is performance evolution, and sixth one is continual improvements. So how if this is means in interview we have to tell all the things. So how we can by heart means in your mind, how you can remember. So I will give an idea, like for me. See, first thing is leadership and employee participation. So we have to think, first is employee participation and leadership. Later what they will do? Planning. So we can tell first is leadership and employee participation. They will do planning, then support, then operation, then performance evolution, then continual improvement. So it's very easy, it's easy. So anyone ask in interview, you can tell easily. First thing is leadership and employee participation, another is planning, and third one is support, fourth one is operation, fifth one is performance evolution, and sixth one is continual improvement. So what is the base of HSE plan? So we have to tell HSEMS, health safety and environment management system, is the base of HSE plan. So if anyone asks, we can easily tell HSEMS. So HSE policy, what is HSE policy? So this is the interviewer, they will ask. So in short, you have to tell, because if you are going to tell in detail, then there is high chances you are going, means if you will give wrong answer. So HSC policy, in HSC policy you have to tell, it is the overall view of the organization towards HSC. It is a legal requirement, it is a top management commitment, and should be signed by the most senior person of the organization. So it is the overall view of the organization towards HSC. HSC policy, it is the overview of organization towards HSC policy, first point. Another is, it is the legal requirement. It is the legal requirement, means in the country it is a legal requirement. If you have company, in your company there should be HSC policy, so it is a legal requirement. Second point. Third point is, it is a top management commitment and should be signed by the most senior person of the organization. So in HSC policy, what is written there, company should work like that, means they don't have to bypass safety policy. So these are all the 3 or 4 points you have to tell. First is, it is the overall view of the organization towards HSC, it is the legal requirement. Third one is, it is signed by the most senior person of the organization. First, second, third, very easy. So if they ask HSC policy in 2 words, so how you have to tell? Zero accident and no harm. So zero accident, no harm. So what is stop policy? So you have to tell, anyone can stop the work, anyone can stop the unsafe work. It is stop policy, means if any employee see there is unsafe work is conducted at site, carry out at site, so that time they can stop the unsafe work. This is stop policy. What is PTW? Permit to work. So permit to work, this one, everyone is asking what is PTW in interview. So you have to tell, a formal written document which is used to control certain types of work activities which are potentially hazardous, and or we can say it is a official legal document required to carry out a work activity in a safe manner. So permit to work, a formal written document which is used to control certain type of work activities which is potentially hazard. First you can tell this. Another, if you another you want to tell in short, you can tell, we can say it is an official legal document required to carry out work in activity in a safe manner. So this is a HSE policy. So as per a new WMS system in Adnoc, there are 3 types of permit. So there are 3 types of permit in Adnoc. So first one is general work permit, and second one is hot work permit, and third one is critical work permit. So now we are going to see what is general work permit. General work is like scaffolding, manual excavation less than 1.2 meter, housekeeping. These are all the general work permit works. So what is hot work permit? Welding, cutting, grinding, mechanical, excavation, etc. This is hot work permit. And third one is critical work permit: radiography, driving, critical scaffold erection, critical work, confined space, working live lines. So these are all the critical works. So we can say we can tell all these points. There are three types of work permit: general work permit, hot work permit, and critical work permit. We can tell the examples also: scaffolding, manual excavation less than 1.2 meter, housekeeping. Hot work permit: welding, cutting, grinding, mechanical excavation, etc. Critical work permit: radiography, diving, critical scaffold erection, and critical lift, confined space, working over live wires. So work permit important details. What are the work permits important details? Now we are going to see in work permits what are the important details in written in the work permit. It is a form which is signed by a higher responsible person to carry out the specific job. In it clearly state, first is what is to be done, where is to be done, when to be done, and what safety precautions to be taken. So in work permit, these are all the 4 points. It is mentioned what is to be done, where is to be done, when to be done, what safety precaution to be taken. Work permit important details. It is a formal, if it is a form which is signed by the higher responsible person to carry out the specific job. It clearly states what is to be done, where is to be done, when to be done, what safety precautions to be taken. So then if then what is start card. So what is the full form of start? You have to tell safety: S for safety, T for task, A for analysis, R for risks, R for reduction, and T for talk. So you have to tell the full form of START, start card: safety, task, analysis, risk reduction, talk. So this is start card. So what if they ask what is grinding? So you have to tell the process of cutting something to convert it into small particles or powder through crushing. Or second point, we can say the reduction of something into small pieces by crushing it is called grinding. uh, its hazard includes flying particles, wheels, electric shock, and means these are all the process of grinding. Activities of pipelines project. So in Adnoc there is activities of pipeline project. What are the activities you have to mention? So in you have to tell clearly. First is transportation of pipelines. First is transportation. See, first is transportation by road, waterway first. And there is two types of transportation in for pipes, road and waterways. Transportation of pipes. Second one is right of way, ROW in sandy area. Right of way. Third one is stringing, bending, cutting, grinding, welding. Fourth one is field joint coating. Fifth one is non-destructive test, NDT. And sixth one is pre padding and post padding. Seventh one is hydro testing. Eighth one is decommissioning and de-oiling of existing line. And ninth one is restoration. So these are all the activities of pipeline project. Transportation of pipelines, right of way, ROW in sandy area, and stringing, bending, cutting, grinding, welding, and coating, non-destructive test, NDT, pre-padding and post-padding, hydro testing, decommissioning and de-oiling of existing line, and restoration. So these are all the 9 points of in line 9 9 points of activities of pipeline project. So if they ask what is gas testing, so reasons for testing: toxic environment, oxygen deficiency, and third one is flammable gas in the work area. First, uh, for so we have to tell properly what are the reason of gas testing. First is environment, toxic environment. If environment is toxic, we have to conduct gas testing. Toxic environment, oxygen in deficiency or remove in oxygen enrichment is also known as oxygen removal from that place. Flammable gases in the work area. So that's why we are conducting gas testing. So what are the criteria of H2S, hydrogen sulfide? So what are the criteria? So hydrogen sulfide is highly toxic, colorless, invisible, poisonous, cyrophoric, soluble in water and in oil, corrosive, heavier than air, 1.89, flammable, smell like rotten egg, 1 ppm, on low concentration. Second, bigger killer after carbon monoxide. Attack the nervous system. It is directly attack to our nervous system of our body. If H2S burns or flared, it forms sulfur dioxide SO2 gas, which is also colorless and highly toxic gas. H2S is produced or generated by decomposition of organic materials. So you have to tell how it's produced. Decomposition of materials, and is accumulated in low areas such as wells, cellars, open drains, ditches, and excavation. So other names of H2S. What are the names? Means other names of H2S means how we tell in our workplace. Other names: stink damp, manure gas, swamp gas, sulfurated hydrogen, sour gas, rotten egg gas, sulfur hydride, miodo gas, devil's breath, and the dihydrogen sulfide. So these are all the other names of H2S gas. So devices that identify H2S at site, hydrogen sulfide at site. What are the devices? Now we are going to see. First one is fixed detector. First is fixed detector, personal monitor, multi gas detector, wireless remote area parameter detector, H2S monitor, portable multi gas detector, area gas monitor. So these are all the many types of detectors we can identify H2S at our site. So what is the H2S red zones? H2S red zones, SCBA, self-contained, SCABA, breathing apparatus, self-contained breathing apparatus, should be worn all the times. If there is red zone, we have to wear SCBA. PTW is mandatory. H2S monitor, H2S training, wind socks, cascade system, standby vehicle, body system, tracking system. So these are all the points we have to tell properly. In means while we are working in red zone and there is S2S and there is S2S in your workplace, so we have to wear SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus, all the time. The permit to work is mandatory. S2S monitor and S2S training should that employee should be taken. And wind socks, there is availability of the wind socks at that area. So if anything happens, we know that where is the wind direction. So standby vehicle, if anything happens, so there is availability of vehicles 24 hours. Body system, tracking system. So what is amber zone? Amber zone, if they ask what is amber zone, we have to tell should we hold EEBA all the time and wear only if there is any H2S leakage. PTW, personal H2S monitor, body system, H2S training, windsocks, standby vehicle tracking system. So first one is red zone, H2S red zone, another is amber zone. So in red zone, this one we have to wear SCABA we should wear all the time, but in amber zone EEBA all the time should be hold, means there should be EEBA present at that site. And if there is leakage of H2S we have to wear. Okay, another is permit to work, and then same we have to tell permit to work is mandatory. H2S monitor body system, 2 person should work at there. There is no lone working is allowed. H2S training, windsocks, standby vehicle tracking system. So what is yellow zone? Yellow zone is no need to carry EEBA, but it should be within reach. Means EEBA we know means at your means while where you are working, means where you are working there we don't no need to carry EEBA, but means there should be within reach, means if anything happen you can take that, means it should be there. PTW training and personal monitor, standby vehicle body system. What is green zone? Green zone is you don't need anything. So green zone is no need to take anything. That is green zone. So what is emergency response or action needed if H2S detected? So this is the main questions in your workplace. They will ask what if there is work H2S leakage detect if there is H2S detect, what you have to work to at that time. And there is 7 points, you can clearly see there is 7 points. So we can tell means point by point. First is stop the activity what you are doing. First is this, stop the activity what you are doing. Second one is shut off the equipment if possible. So if you think it is possible for you to stop that equipment, so you have to do stop the activity. First is shut down the activity, another stop the activity what you are doing. Another is second one is shut off the equipment if possible. Third one is hold the breath, wear the EBA if available, and then watch the wind direction. So if there is a EEBA you have to wear and hold the breath. First you have to hold your breath, wear the EEBA available, and then watch the wind directions. You have to see where the what is the wind direction by looking wind socks. So fourth one is go cross wind direction until your H2S stop alarming. So you have to go cross wind direction and until your H2S is stop alarming you have to go from that exposed area. Then go upwind direction to the nearest assembly point and stand in a QA, means you have to stand in assembly point. So check the roll call and do the head count and don't move from assembly point until all the clear signal is given. Means everything is okay, then then you have to go anywhere. You don't have to move from assembly point until they have tell that go. Now work is everything is normal, you can work. So here is 7 point is don't move from assembly point until all clear signals is given. All clear signal is given. It's like emergency, fire emergency, and another emergency is same like, and there is this emergency response for H2S. And if interviewer ask, you have to tell all the 7 points line by line. What we have discussed. First is stop the activity what you are doing, shut off the equipment if possible, hold the breathe, wear the EEBA if available, and then watch the wind direction. Fourth one, go across wind direction until your H2S stop alarming. Fifth one, and then go upwind direction to the nearest assembly point and stand there in a queue way. Check the roll. Sixth one, check the roll call and do the head count. Seventh one, don't move from assembly point until all clear sign is given. Important note, Never attempt a rescue in an area that may contain H2S without using appropriate respiratory protection and without being trained to perform such a rescue. So means you don't have to become hero while you are working. If you see there is S2S leakage and if there is no breathing apparatus, so you don't have to go for rescue. So here is that is important note: never attempt a rescue in an area that may contain H2S without using appropriate respiratory protection and without being trained to perform such a rescue. What is control measure of H2S? So hydrogen sulfide, what are the control measures for H2S? Now we are going to see. First is TPC training level 2 H2S. Safety induction training to be given to all new employees. Second one is PGM, personal gas monitor, pre-job planning, personal escape set, continuous gas monitoring, clean safe body system, and location of assembly point. So these are all the control measures of H2S. Means these are all the 8 points. TPC training level 2 H2S. This training should be taken from company, and then a safety induction training to be given to all the new employees. PGM, personal gas monitor, personal gas monitor, pre-job planning, personal escape set, continuous gas monitoring, clean safe body system, location of assembly point. So these are all the 8 points of control measure of H2S. So and ninth one is emergency vehicle, 10th emergency number displayed, know at least 2 escape routes, emergency equipment, EEBA, SEBA, first aid kit, etc., wind socks, PTW, HSMS. So there are 40 points of control measure of H2S. These are all the 14 points. While working he should know what are the control measures for H2S. So less than 1 ppm order of rotten egg can be clearly detected. Means if there is rotten egg odor smell coming, then you should know that there is a leakage of H2S gas. 10 ppm LTEL, TWA, OEL, TLV. 8 hour means if there is concentration of 10 ppm at your workplace, 8 hour work for 5 days without the use of respiratory protection system. If there is 15 ppm STEL, TLV, 15 minutes work and 2 hour rest, and this cycle 4 times by SCBA or airline breathing apparatus. So if there is concentration of 15 ppm at your workplace, so you have to work for only 15 minutes work and 2 hour rest. You have to work there 15 minutes and you have to take 2 hours rest, and this cycle 4 times by SCBA. Means you by wearing SCBA or airline breathing apparatus. 20 ppm, if there is concentration of H2S is 20 ppm, then this is called sealing valve and should not be approached without wearing EEBA. Means if there is concentration of 20 ppm of H2S at your workplace, then uh, you have to wear EEBA. It's EEBA, it is the mandatory. Without EEBA you don't have to perform any job over there at your workplace. 100 ppm. So if there is 100 ppm, no need to work. So IDLH, work not permitted but only allowed for rescue purpose. Means there means if there is concentration of H2S 100 ppm, so work is not permitted. And if there is rescue, means only allowed for rescue purpose. Competent trained person should have won SCBA and conduct rescue. So LEL, what is LEL? Lower explosive limit is LEL. Upper UEL, upper explosive limit. And auto ignition temperature is 500 F-farad. See, lower explosive limit LEA is 4.3% and upper explosive limit is 46%, and auto ignition temperature is 500 F. So 4.3 is 43000 ppm, and for upper explosive limit UEL is 46%, 460000 ppm, and auto ignition temperature is 500 F to 60 C. So note, 10 ppm is recognized as excavation level evacuation, it's a evacuation level eye irritation. So 10 ppm is recognized as evacuation level eye irritation. If there is concentration of 10 ppm of H2S, your eye will irritation. So carbon monoxide CO, LEL is 12.5%, UEL is 74.2%, TLV and TW for carbon monoxide is 25 ppm. See, STEL for CO is 50 ppm, IDLH is 1200 ppm, 1 ppm is 0.0001%, and 1% H2S is 10,000 ppm. Below result need to show in the test for 4B entering into H2S are for starting any work in H2S. So before starting any job at your workplace, so what you have to check: hydrogen sulfide less than 10 ppm, and hydrocarbon less than 5%. Oxygen level is 19.5% to 23.5% at that workplace, and carbon monoxide ammonia PL is less than 25 ppm. Sulfur dioxide SOT is 2 ppm. So what is HSSE induction? So this is the basic questions they will ask in interview. So you have to tell a safety induction is conducted to welcome new employee to the company and prepare them for their new role. So this point you can tell. Another, it ensures workers are fully informed about the organization and are aware of their work and responsibilities. It serves as a starting point for an organization to introduce a culture of safety in the workplace. So in the safety induction, what you have to tell, there is 30 point you have to add. See, welcome and introduce yourself, first one. Another one is short introduction about project, what are the project is there, you have to tell shortly. Then HSE policy of company you have to tell. Then individual responsibility, then site map or site plan. Emergency preparedness, so what are the emergency preparedness, mock drill plan, excavation plan, and evacuation plan, and assembly point. First aid facilities and firefighting arrangements, ambulance, medical clinic, emergency contact number, welfare facilities, and rules and responsibilities, PTW system on the site, work related procedures, and PPE compliance. So these are all the parts of safety induction. So in Adnoc, what is road safety? So they will ask what is road safety. So we have to tell all drivers should attend Adnoc training for safe driving, ADSD. Daily checking before driving. Before driving, there is checklist you have to fill. Then another is speed limit and no over speeding. Fourth one is no mobile usage while driving. And fourth one is no mobile uses while driving. Fifth one is wear seat belt, tire condition, correct air pressure, so you have to check before driving. Sixth one is no smoking inside vehicle. Seventh one is uh, flagpole and roller protection bar in a with the screen. First aid kit and desert kit. So in your vehicle in which you are operating, this is mandatory: first aid kit and desert kit. And ADCO inspection sticker all the vehicle, means in vehicle this sticker is mandatory. So IVMS, in vehicle monitoring system, GPS. So this is the this is very important, and they will ask what is IVMS, so you have to tell full form of IVMS: in vehicle monitoring system. This is like GPS to track and monitoring the vehicle activity. What we you are going to track: location, driving speed, uh, what is the location of the vehicle, what is the driving speed of that vehicle, seat belt is wear or not, yeah, or stuck, door open, and four wheel uh, when four wheel gears not applied at off road, means these are all the work of IVMS. This will means cover in IVMS. You have to tell what is the function of IVMS. And this is like GPS tracked and monitor the vehicle activities, what vehicles are doing. So what is General Management Plan? General Management Plan. Summer time 8 p.m. and winter time is 7 p.m. and no driving without General Management Plan. So we have to tell what is journey management plan. And you have to tell no driving, means if you don't have General Management Plan, you are not allowed to drive. And we are going to see speed limit. So speed limit, if you are driving vehicle, what are the speed limit? ESP, asphalt road is 100 kilometer, part 80 kilometer per hour. Slope and turning, means if there is slope or turning, like see this is turning, 40 kilometers. And gauge road 40 kilometers. Sand, means if there is sand there, 20 to 30 kilometer per hour you have to drive. Reg report, what is reg report? So there is reg report is: red, rejected, unsafe; amber, average, need more training; green, good behavior. JMS, General Management Plan 3 factor: driver, vehicle, road. Maximum driving test between brakes आएगा तो light vehicle 2 hours, light vehicle 2 hours. Means if you are driving light vehicle, there is the brakes 2 hours. Heavy trucks 4 hours. In every 4 hours they have to take breaks. Kilometers as recommended 40,000 ADNOC. If less than 2.3 mm for light vehicle, and for heavy vehicle 3.4 mm gap in the tire grip. So now we are going so what are the HSC inspections we are going to see? HSC inspection is an inspection carried out by the HSC individual in order to prevent death, injury, or ill health within the workplace, and prevent property from damage. Personal protective equipment. Second point is HSC critical equipment like H2S monitor, EEBA, SCBA, area gas detector, manual call alarm, etc. Substance or material use, traffic routes, work equipment, electrical accessories, first aid kit, fire extinguisher, welfare facilities, hand and power tools, building machineries, and ground installations, property installations. So these are all the chassis inspection or site inspection. So list Adnoc LSR and why it has been made. have been created to keep our people safe, help people injury, help prevent injuries in the future. They are at indicator of high risk activities. So this is the LSR. 3 points. So you have to tell list. If they ask list Adnoc LSR and why why it has been made. So you have to tell have been created to carry out work safe, help people injuries in the future, help prevent injuries in the future. They are indicator of high risk activities. So what is LSR? So there is 10 points in LSR. Work authorization, safe mechanical lifting, confined space, toxic gas, energy isolation, driving, bypassing safety control, line of fire, working at height, hot work. So there is 10 points of LSR. So now we are going to see what is rescue device. So rescue device is CDD, controlled descent device is rescue device. So add add tripod, POD, rescue stretcher, basket, stretcher, man lift, carrying picker, etc. So flammability limit. What are the flammability limit आएगा तो the so the flammable range, also called explosive range, it is concentration range of a gas or vapor that will burn or explode if an ignition source is introduced. So this is flammability limit. The flammable range, also called explosive range, it is the concentration range of a gas or vapor that will burn or explode if ignition source is introduced. Means if there is ignition source, this is fire. If there is ignition source, it will explode, it will burn or explode if there is ignition source. This is a flammable limit. Flammable range also known. See, this is flammable limit. What is subcontractor management? So HSC orientation, HSC orientation is HSC in induction, HSC orientation, HSC induction, international and national certification, HSC training, HSC policy, incident management, investigation management, scope of work, document in internal and external audit report, medical records, and emergency preparedness and rescue, welfare arrangements, vehicle maintenance, method statement, risk assessment, and safe system of work document for the work to be carried out. So these are all the points. See what is the lifting. So you have to tell what are the lifting.